Good morning. Welcome to Taylor Kitchen. You caught me eating a breakfast cookie. Oh my goodness. These are so good. Packed with all the good stuff. Loaded with protein, fiber, healthy fats. And they will hold you over, folks. These are so good. And we're gonna make these today. So let's get started. On a recent trip to Alpharetta to visit our daughter, she took us to a place called Scottsdale Farms. She ordered these for us. She's like, you've got to try the breakfast cookie. So I had a breakfast cookie for the first time in my life. This thing was amazing. The three of us shared a breakfast cookie that was like this and about this thick. We're not gonna make them quite that large today, but breakfast cookies, my goodness, they were so delicious. These are loaded with fiber, healthy fats, proteins, good carbs, and they have 0 refined sugar and they're gluten-free. So perfect for breakfast, for something that's gonna stick with you. And I have in here a half a cup of a natural peanut butter. You wanna try to use natural products in this because that way it's not gonna have palm oil, it's not gonna have sugar added to it because we wanna keep these as healthy as possible. To that, I'm going to add 2 eggs and I'm gonna mix that in really well. At Scottsdale Farm, they serve these breakfast cookies in a way that they call loaded. You can pay an extra couple of bucks to have it loaded, which means they're gonna top it with a warmed nut butter and jelly and slices of fruit. And it's the chef's call on this. Whatever the chef wants to serve, you can trust that it's gonna be delicious. I saw pictures where there were mango on these cookies in the summer, and we had slices of apple on ours, and it was just loaded with all the good stuff. And I'm like, I have got to come back and try to replicate these. So that's what I'm doing right here. So to this, I want to add, let's add my spices first. I have some cinnamon and I have some baking soda and salt. And I'm also gonna add a couple teaspoons of vanilla. I like to eyeball vanilla because I think more is always better. When it comes to vanilla, it's just so great, so great. One of the few things that's going to add sweetness in here is real maple syrup. It's absolutely delicious. And so we're just gonna go with 3 tablespoons. There's 1, 2, 3. I love real maple syrup. It's nothing like it, nothing at all. Mix that in well. Okay, I think I'm good. Now I'm gonna add in my almond flour. Here's a cup of almond flour. And from here on out, this batter is going to get stiffer and stiffer because you're gonna add a lot of really great things to it. So I think I'm gonna switch from this little whisk. And you know when you buy a natural nut butter, how oily it is? I had to whisk and whisk and whisk to get that all to come together, which is fine by me. I'd rather have it natural. Okay, now we're going to add, oh, let's see. It's like what to add first. I have 3 tablespoons of flax seeds. These give you really good omega-3s. And they're especially great for women. Okay, then you need a cup of rolled oats, but in this case, I'm going to split it up because I have some steel cut oats that I ordered by accident. And so I'm going to half and half it with some steel cut and some rolled oats. And if you have steel cut, it just is going to add so much texture to this and chewability. And that's part of what makes these so filling is that they're a mouthful. And you're gonna chew on this for a while because it's very, very substantial. So you're going to appreciate having all that in there. So I've got the oats, and then comes in all your arbitrary ingredients. This is where it gets really fun because you can add whatever you want. You're gonna add some nuts, you're gonna add some chocolate if you want, and you're gonna add some dried fruits. And that's gonna give this heft and make it delicious and make it unique because you can make it your own. So I'm adding walnuts in here, and I want just a little bit of coconut. I'm gonna say 2 tablespoons. And then I'm gonna need some chocolate chips. And if you wanna add more chocolate chips to yours, I'm not judging. And then I have my dried fruits, and I'm adding apricot and dates that I've just snipped up with scissors. It's easier sometimes than cutting them up because they're super sticky, but I'm just gonna mix this all together. And you can see this batter is awesome. You could actually put this in like an 8x8 pan and bake it and cut it into bars if you wanted, but I think the cookie thing is cool, and I like to do that way, so we're going to make cookies out of this. You can see how stiff this is. That's gonna make a substantial, hearty cookie, folks. And you're gonna love it. I'm just gonna make really big cookies, big scoops, and put them onto this tray. And so I'm gonna get about 6 cookies per sheet. And this should make you about a dozen pretty large cookies. They don't spread a whole lot, so I'm gonna try to squeeze a couple in the middle. Next tray. Oh boy. Humongous. I mean, just look. I'm gonna take my hands and just flatten these very, very slightly. And these need to go into my 350 oven for about 12 to 14 minutes, and I'm gonna flip my trays halfway through. Welcome into Taylor Kitchen, and if you haven't yet, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications to our YouTube channel. Click that bell icon below to make sure you get all the latest from us, and give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. It really helps out our channel, and we so appreciate you. There's our breakfast cookies. Now, can you imagine sending your little one off to school with one of these, or eating one yourself with your cup of coffee or your mug of tea, which is my morning beverage of choice? I mean, just look at these. They are plump, they are loaded, and they are filled with good stuff. It's gonna keep you full for quite some time. Just slip it into a little cookie bag, and there you go. Enjoy your breakfast cookies. And check out this easy recipe. It's on tkfoodie.com.